Good morning, dear students. I hope you all are very well today. So, let us continue with our lesson, that is reaching the age of adolescence. So, we were looking into the changes during puberty. So, let us see the next change, that is development of sex organ. So, if you see, as I said, a person becomes sexually mature during puberty. Okay, the development of sex organs is very obvious. So in boys, the testes and penis, we have learnt about the reproductive system in the human. So the testes and the penis, they develop completely, and the testes, they also begin to produce the sperm during this period. Okay, and in terms of in case of girls, the ovaries, I hope you know all these things. Okay, so the girls, the ovaries in the girls, they enlarge, and they begin to develop the egg, like the egg, they become mature during this period, and also the ovaries, they start releasing this matured eggs. Okay, now this is one of the characteristics again, that the person or the boy and girl, they reach maturity in terms of mental maturity, intellectual maturity, and emotional maturity. So in mental maturity, the it is a time, this puberty is a time in one's life where the brain, it has the greatest capacity for learning. So now you are in that age where you can learn maximum. So just grab the knowledge, try to grab the knowledge. Your brain is what we can say, your brain is so hungry to get the knowledge. So as much as knowledge you will give to your brain, it will take all the knowledge, it will absorb all the knowledge. So this is the correct time where you to utilize to take good things and to gather as much as knowledge as you can, as you have reached that mental maturity now. Okay, and in terms of intellectual maturity, so a person is yeah, the way of thinking, okay, it becomes quite mature in this period, during this period. So a person feels more independent, okay, than before, and also becomes self-conscious. And you like, you must have observed that you like to take your own decision now. Okay, and you are capable of that, not in all cases, but yes, up to certain extent you are capable to take your own decisions. So that is about your intellectual maturity, the way of thinking is has developed. And also emotional maturity, so a person may feel insecure while trying to adjust to the changes in the body, but that is, as I said, that is quite natural. So there is no need to be insecure. This is the stage, of course, we have seen the stages of human development, so this is just one of the stages of a human development. So there is no hesitation in any way. Okay, so just take all the things very normally, and this is quite natural. Okay, so there also develop some secondary sexual characters in the boys and girls. So what happens in boys, they begin to grow the facial hairs, the mustaches and beard, they start to develop. Okay, and also the hairs begin to grow on the chest, under the arms, and the regions above the thighs or the pubic region. Okay, and in girls also, the breasts begin to develop, the hairs begin to develop under the arms and region below the thighs or the pubic region. So this is these all are called as the secondary sexual characters. Okay, then the hormones, if you see, all these changes which are occurring in the body, they are under the control of the substances in our body, which are hormones. Now what are hormones? Basically, you must have heard about this term, but what exactly is a hormone? As I said you before, there are two types of glands in our body, exocrine glands and endocrine glands, right? So among those, the endocrine glands, which pour their secretion directly into the blood, right? So what secretion they secrete, that is the hormone. Okay, the secretions of endocrine glands are called as the hormones. Okay, now, and all these hormones are only responsible for all whatever changes we have learned till now. All these changes, they happen or they occur just because of the action of these hormones in our body. So hormones are very very important in our body, okay, and they are secreted by endocrine gland. Just keep in mind this few of the things, okay. Now in boys, the testes, they begin to release the male hormone, okay. If you see, let me tell you about in short the mechanism of hormone. There is a very hormones are secreted by glands in our body, okay. There is a gland called pituitary gland. It is almost of the shape of a pea, okay, a green pea, green pea or yellow pea. So it is almost that small in shape. It is present in the brain, okay, but that small gland, it secretes a hormone, okay. That gland is pituitary gland. The name of that gland is the pituitary gland. That gland will secrete a hormone. That hormone, of course, it is an endocrine gland. It will be secreted into the blood. Through the blood, that hormone will go to the other parts of body, to the other glands of body, and in turn that will trigger that gland to secrete its own hormone. So this main hormone, which is secreted by the very important gland in our body, that is pituitary, that is the master gland in our body, the pituitary gland. That gland will secrete a hormone, and that hormone in turn will stimulate, will trigger the secretion of various hormones in our body, which will do various function, okay. So this is the general mechanism which goes on in our body. Now as this pituitary gland, the hormone from this pituitary gland has come to the testes, and it has triggered testes to begin to release a hormone that is called male hormone, that is testosterone, okay. That is the testosterone, and this hormone will now again go to various body parts and will bring about the changes in our body. So the pituitary gland, the other gland, and that gland, the hormone from that gland will again bring the changes in our body. So this is the overall mechanism, okay. Now if you see in the boys, the testes, it begins to release the male hormone that is called as the testosterone, and this then causes the hair growth, okay, which we have seen earlier. And now in case of girls, the ovaries, they begin to produce the female hormone, which is the estrogen. What is that? Estrogen, which is a female hormone. The ovaries will secrete that, and which will make the secondary sexual character to be developed in the girls, like the development of the breast, and also the milk secreting glands or the mammary glands also start to develop in the breast. So this is the general mechanism. The pituitary gland, hormone from pituitary gland, that will trigger the other glands to secrete the hormone, and those hormone will bring the changes in our body. So I hope you are clear with this point, okay. Now let us see the role of hormone. As I said you before, that this I explained you just now, pituitary gland, that will come to the testes and ovaries, and those will then secrete the sex hormones, as I said you, the testosterone and the estrogen, okay. And then the sex hormones under the control of the pituitary gland, they will perform their next function. So the hormone from pituitary gland stimulate, okay, it will stimulate the testes and ovaries to release the hormones. Which hormone? Testosterone, which is the male sex hormone, and the estrogen, which is the female sex hormone. Then these estrogen and testosterone will be released into the bloodstream, okay, and if through the blood, then it will reach to the various body parts, okay, like we will call them as the target site, and then it will stimulate the changes in the body, okay, onset of at the onset of the puberty. Then it will go to various parts, body parts, and it will cause those secondary sexual characteristics to develop, which we have already seen. So this is how the mechanism of hormone take place, and hormone is very very important in our body. If there is no hormone, we will not survive, okay. So hormones are very important part of our body, okay. Like brain only we can call hormones are equally important as that of the brain. So reproductive phase of the life in humans, how it is. So in female, the reproductive phase of the life, it begins at the puberty, as we have seen, and it lasts up to 45 to 50 years, okay. Now what happens? One ovum, it matures, ovum, okay. Ovum, we know ovum is the egg. So one ovum matures, and that is released from one of the ovaries once in 28 to 30 days, and the ovum will be released the next ovum will be released after 28 to 30 days, and the next after a month. So it goes on like this. Then during this period, what happens during this the period of 28 to 30 days, the wall of the uterus, it becomes thick. Why? To receive the egg. In case if the fertilization occur, then to receive the egg, the uterus which we have learned, the sac like structure, the wall of that becomes thick. Now when in case if the fertilized if the egg doesn't get fertilized, then what happens, that egg, the unfertilized egg, the thick wall of the uterus which was fully filled with the blood and all, okay, so that and the blood vessels, all these things it shed off, okay. So in case of the egg doesn't get fertilized, so all these things along with the egg, the thickening, the blood vessels, and how the uterus wall has become thick, so all that material it shed off, and this causes bleeding in the females. This is called as the menstruation, okay. And this menstruation, it occurs once in 28 to 30 days, okay. And when this menstruation starts, okay, when the menstruation start, very first time when the menstruation starts, so that is called as the menarche. What is that called? The menarche or the menarche, okay. And it continues every month, and at the age of 45 to 50 years of the age, this menstruation cycle it stops, okay. And this is called as the menopause. When the menstruation stops, this is called as the menopause, okay. So this is the mechanism in the females, okay. Now let us see very interesting topic, that how is the sex of a baby determined. Is it determined by a male partner? No, this is very wrong concept. Let us see how. We have learned that the what we can say, the determination of sex, okay. So the instruction for that, what baby will be born, either it will be a male child or a female child, that instruction is stored in our nucleus. We have learned in the nucleus we have thread like chromosomes, and the chromosomes have genes. In those genes there is a code, like we can say in the chromosome, the chromosome will decide whether the baby will be a male or a female. How? Let us see. These chromosomes which are thread like structure which are present in the nucleus, and the human beings, they have 23 pairs of such chromosomes. How many pairs? The human beings have 23 pairs of chromosomes in the nucleus. In each nucleus it will be same. Now among these 23 pairs of chromosome, there is one pair which is called as the sex chromosome. Out of 23 pair, one pair is called as the sex chromosome, which will be, it is a pair, okay. So it will be in the pair. Now how it will be, the pair will be XX. In female the pair is XX, both the chromosomes are XX, and in male it is X and Y. So in a pair the female has XX pair and the male has XY as a pair of the chromosome. Now see what happens. Of course in the egg, when the egg will be released, we know that there will be just one egg will be released. There will be either one X, XX will there will be fission, so 1X, 1X, okay. So that will or we can say the unfertilized egg will, any egg will have X, because the female can transmit only X chromosome, no, the female have only X chromosome, so she can transmit only X chromosome. So the egg or the ovum will have X chromosome in any way, but the sperm can have any. It can have X or it can have Y, because the sperm which is released by a male reproductive system, and hence it will be either X or Y. Now you can see, so the girl will contribute only X, and the boy will contribute, or the male will contribute X and Y. So you see in this diagram, if the X and X will fuse together, X from female, X from male will fuse together, then the of course XX, so that will be a female child, okay. And in case X chromosome of a female, it combines with Y chromosome of male, then what pair will be formed? It will be XY pair, and this XY pair means what? It will be a boy child, Okay, so if it is XX, then a female child will be born, and if the X and Y combine, then the male child is born. So a female is not at all responsible for that, as it is said in the society, or the females are mostly blamed in having the child or a girl child, but it is the female is not responsible, actually neither the male do. It is all natural, it is all just that is very wrong in our society, how the females are treated on having the girl childs. So that is so cruel, and that is very incorrect. So you, being the future citizens of our country, you have the responsibility to just rule this out. लोगों को बताना है, समझाना है, and not to just कुछ बिना सोचे, do not believe on anything. We are the science students, just trust what is scientifically proven. Okay, so this is proven scientifically. So this is it for this period. Till the next period, you take care of yourself, stay home, stay safe. Goodbye.